Welcome Katami crew, this is Keto Recipes and today we're going to be making a keto bacon double cheeseburger with jalapenos and a creamy burger sauce. Let's go ahead and show you all the ingredients we're going to need. And here we are, we have our ingredients that we're going to be using for this recipe here today. If you guys are following me from my mukbang channel, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you guys are here for the first time, my name is Katami Recipes and this is how we are going to be making this keto bacon double cheeseburger here. All the ingredients that you see here, you might have to find these locally. They are really not hard to find, but you can go ahead and just take a strong look. I'm going to be using some sharp cheddar cheese in this recipe here. I like the way sharp cheddar melts. I'm going to also be using some single craft American cheese, which really melts nicely. This is like a different kind of melt cheese. I'm going to be using also some Wagyu beef. This one is from my local HEB. I'm from Texas, so Texans know that HEB is like a holy grail per se when it comes to their selections of local grown products. So if you don't want to use Wagyu beef, you can use ground chuck. You can use any type of beef, to make your burger. I'm also going to be using some no sugar uncured bacon. This one is from Applegate Naturals. Like I said before, you can find your local version of an uncured bacon, which is great for keto since it doesn't have any sugar or carbs. You want to go ahead and look for those, no nitrates. I'm going to be using an onion. I'm going to be cutting this in a circle formation. That way I can add it to my burger. Don't go crazy. I'm also going to spice things up with a jalapeno. I also have no sugar added bread and butter chips. I just like the way bread and butter pickles taste. So I'm going to be using those. And the main star of the show is going to be Sola bread. This is the golden wheat Sola bread hamburger buns. These have been a lifesaver for me. I love, you know, bread, but I really don't like, regular bread with enriched bleached flour. On the back of here, you can also see the ingredients here, the nutritional facts I have to say. These have 19 grams of carbs, so you go ahead and subtract 11 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar alcohol, and that's going to be a good recipe for your net carbs, which is about 6 net carbs. So that is perfect. I'll leave a link in the description for those ingredients if you have a hard time finding them. I'm going to be using the jicama for jicama fries, and I'm also going to go ahead and do a burger sauce for this recipe here. The burger sauce is going to be having a no sugar added ketchup. You can use any type of no sugar added ketchup. Some mayonnaise. I prefer using an olive oil based mayonnaise, but this one will work as well. I'm going to be using some paprika from my local Fiesta, garlic powder, and onion powder. That's what we're going to start with our burger sauce. I'm sorry. Next, we're going to go ahead and prepare our jicama for cutting. Make sure you peel and wash your jicama thoroughly. You want to make sure you get all of the ugliness out of the way. That way you can get a nice French fry in the process. So just be careful with your jicama. I had a little bit of trouble trying to get this on camera, so bear with me. But um, I did get perfectly not a perfect cut, but I had a okay cut. So you just want to, make sure you. I'm really experienced with knives. It's just my knife is a little dull, so bear with me. It's been with me for a very long time. I just forgot to sharpen it before this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. So after your first cut, you're going to go ahead and start working on your second cut. Your second cut, you want to be as precise as possible. I did mine about a half inch apart. Um, you want to go ahead and cut them to your liking. If you like your fries a little bit more thinner, that is perfectly fine. After you're done cutting your jicama fries, go ahead and wash them and get them in a bowl and just remove any of the excess parts of the jicama that you're not gonna like and get them prepared to be boiled. We're gonna boil these for a few minutes. So you want to go ahead before putting your jicama fries inside your water. You want to go ahead and get your jicama fries parboiled first, and then you want to go ahead and just carefully get those jicama fries in there. These are going to be cooking for, I cooked mine for about 10 to 12 minutes. I want them as tender as possible because it's really hard to achieve a real good crisp with jicama fries. But I don't really like to add extra batter, so I just cook them for 10 to 12 minutes. And I had seasoned my jicama fry water with some salt. So after they're cooked, they're nice and tender and hot, go ahead and shock them inside of a bowl of ice cold water. We're going to leave those in there in the meantime while we work on other stuff. That way we'll be able to get ready for a crisp. So afterwards, we are going to be working on our bacon. I love to cook my bacon inside of an oven. It gives me more freedom to work on other aspects of the kitchen. And I just like the way bacon turns out in the oven versus just cooking in the pan, but that's just my personal preference. You can cook your bacon any way that you'd like to. I'm going to be using about 5 strips because I'm going to be putting bacon all over the place. I'm going to be using that for my burger, of course, and my animal style fries. So now we're going to be using our burger sauce ingredients right here to make the burger sauce. I added a few ingredients that I forgot to list in the beginning of the video. So first we have some chopped bread and butter, no sugar bread and butter pickles that I diced. We're going to go ahead and add those to our bowl right here. We're also going to be adding our Hellmann's mayonnaise. I used about 1 tablespoon, but you might want to use a little bit more if you like more sauce. I'm going to be adding my sugar-free Heinz ketchup. You can find that anywhere. I'll leave a link in the description below if you have a hard time finding that product. I'm going to be adding some paprika. This gives a little bit of color and a little bit of spice as well. Not too spicy, don't worry. Some garlic powder, just some basic garlic powder. I love the flavor of garlic powder. And for some reason, every time I use garlic powder, I always use onion powder. So this is, going to end up tasting more like a traditional Big Mac sauce. So it's just mine's just going to have a little bit more tang to it. So this is going to be some citrus with some apple cider vinegar. You want to use a very small amount of apple cider vinegar. It is very strong. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a very small amount of some Swerve sweetener. I just eyeballed it. It's less than 1/4 of a teaspoon there. So get all of those in there, and we're going to mix it all together. And you want to go ahead and, as you're mixing, I did have a couple of tastes off camera, so go ahead and just taste, and you can determine if you're going to need more or less of any type of ingredient that you probably missed out on. So as I stated before, I did forget a couple of ingredients. I wanted to go ahead and add some Heinz yellow mustard for a little bit more zest. I added some of that, about a little bit of like a teaspoon. I'm adding some Cajun seasoning. This one is from Slap Your Mama. That is a very good Cajun seasoning, but you can add any Cajun seasoning of your liking. And go ahead and just continue to find that perfect touch when it comes to your burger sauce. So now we're going to go ahead and get our skillet on medium-high heat. Make sure you drain and dry your jicama fries as much as possible so you won't have any splashing like you see right here. We're going to go ahead and cook these for a few minutes until we achieve a nice brown coloring on these jicama fries. Guys, if you guys are liking this video thus far, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell so you won't miss another Keto Recipes video. I really appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and just continue to cook these until we really get that brown color. After we get as much brown color as possible, we're going to go ahead and finish these inside of an air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer available, just go ahead and toss them in the oven at 400 degrees. We're going to also be using some jalapeno peppers that I'm going to saute and season. I love jalapeno peppers. They give me a nice little spice in my burger, and they're very delicious. Season them with some sea salt, and set those aside when you're done I'm also going to be working on my sola bread buns. I'm going to be adding some butter. This is grass-fed butter from Kerrygold's. You're just going to add those in there and make sure you get the butter nice and evenly across your skillet, and just toss your buns in there. Soak up as much of that butter as possible, and go ahead and just start toasting these for a few minutes. I ended up adding some butter on the top buns as well. So these buns work really well. You're going to love them. The links to these buns will be found in the description below. I go ahead and formed my Wagyu beef patties. This is the size that I'm going to be using, since normally beef patties, when they start to cook, they shrink. So it's kind of takes a little bit of experience to know exactly how big to form them, but I don't have exact measurements on these. But um, just kind of like get the circumference of your bun, kind of get it over your beef patty. It has to be a little bit more round than your bun, just to get a good measurement, and they will cook down to the perfect diameters. I just seasoned my beef patties with salt and pepper. That's all I really needed. Once they are ready to go, you see some blood starting to form at the top. Go ahead and give them a flip, and you should have that nice crust. When you see that nice crust, you know you had a good cooking experience right there. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our jicama fries out of the oven. Add some American cheese. Let that American cheese melt. Grab some of that burger sauce that you had earlier. I added a lot because I love the burger sauce. I mean, when I go to In-N-Out, I always ask for extra packets. They always give me a funny face when I ask for them. These are some tiny chopped grilled onions that I cooked off screen, and I'm gonna add those to my jicama fries. And now I'm gonna start assembling my burger. I added some more burger sauce to a bottom bun here. I added some sugar-free bread and butter pickles here. I added some of my favorite cheese on my burger patties here. This is the sharp cheddar I had earlier. I love sharp cheddar. It just doesn't melt drastically all over the place. So I'm also going to be adding some bacon strips. This is about 2 strips of bacon, and guys, this was just a phenomenal experience. Again, this was just really great for keto. If you guys love keto, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell. Share this video with somebody that will enjoy this type of meals here. As you can see, I added some grilled onions and grilled jalapenos. Oh my goodness, guys, this is the final product here. I really hope that you guys can enjoy this shot here. I had so much fun making this burger. It was really delicious. Here, if you guys want to watch me eat this, I'll leave a card up top that will be linked to my channel at Katami Poppy. I'm really interesting there, and you can get to know me a lot more. If not, enjoy this shot here. This was the final product, and I hope you guys stick around for the next video. I will try to release videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. I love you all. Bye.